Happy Saturday, everybody. Thanks for joining me. This is our series called Saturday Skills, and I will be addressing opportunities for skill advancement, skill acquisition for our children that are on the spectrum. If you have something that your child is learning to do and you would like to share it, you can send it to me in a private message and I will post it to our board. So today I'm going to answer a question that a parent posed to me in a private message. And this is basically a situation of potty training. Now, if you are not in the special education community, then you probably don't talk about bowel movements that much. But as you know, if you are in the community, this is a hot topic. The problem that she was having was that her high-functioning 6-year-old son was or is showing independence when going to number 1. He will go to the restroom, he will use the potty independently, and there's a problem. But when it comes time to do number 2, he gets really anxious, he cries, he refuses to sit on the potty, and he requests a pull-up. So in order for her to keep him from being sick or getting backed up in his bowels, she gives him a pull-up, and he will go to the corner of the bathroom, squat, and relieve himself in his pull-up. This is very common. If you are a parent and you are dealing with this, it's common. And I'm going to maybe give a little insight on what I've learned. In my experience, and directly training kids that have these issues with going number 2 on the potty, it sometimes has to do with sensory issues. Now, this can mean that your child needs to be evaluated by an occupational therapist and make sure that there's not something going on with a sensory input. It can also be something physical, so you want to make sure that you take your child to his pediatrician and get everything checked out to make sure that there's no blockage or no physical reason why this child cannot go to the restroom on his own. Once you get those 2 things eliminated, then it becomes a situation based on anxiety. When we are potty training our typical children, they are being potty trained at around the age of 2. Okay, and we go in there and we make a big deal about it. We sit them on the potty, we sit there, we dance, we clap, we celebrate. These children that are developmentally at the age of 2 and 3 years old haven't gotten to the point that they realize that they are having to do a very private activity in front of someone. And as our children who have autism are usually needing assistance and prompts and direction with many aspects of their life, they are also learning developmentally what is appropriate for other people to witness. And we teach our children that. There are things that we do in private, and there are things that you can do at home, or there are things that you can do in front of other people. And we teach those social skills. But when it comes to bathroom, we as caregivers, teachers, support givers, we forget that these little people maybe have an anxiety about being on display when they're trying to do or complete a very private activity, such as going number 2. How many of you go into a public restroom and you have to do number 1 and it's not a problem? You walk in there, you sit down, you do number 1 in your stall or at your urinal, and everything is great. But if you have that moment where you have to go number 2 in a public place outside of your home, or if you were having to do number 2 with even a family member standing there watching you, it would be very hard for you to do that. You would want some privacy. So what I've learned in order to help bridge that independence is to give your child a little bit of privacy. If they are physically able to sit on the toilet and take care of their own private business on their own without it being a safety issue, then give them the privacy, and I promise you, you will see a world of difference in getting that child to take care of that on his own. And the pull-ups will go away. If you have used this technique like I have and seen it work, please comment, share your story with me. Let me know how it's working for you. If it's not working, then let's have a little bit more of a conversation to see where we can go in a different direction to help your child individually. Keep up the great work. I know potty training is so hard. Persistence, persistence, persistence is the key. Remember, you're not alone. I'm here to help, and you have a community, a village to help raise your child. That's what we're here for. If you do things, do it with a passion and do it on purpose. Thank you for staying tuned into my channel. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed today's topic and share with your friends. If you haven't already, subscribe and set your notifications to see the upcoming weekly Friday at 6 p.m. videos.